Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining me today. My name is Ray Bowman, and I'm the Executive Director of Nourish Now, a nonprofit organization dedicated to fighting childhood food insecurity in our community here in the San Gabriel Valley. Today, I want to speak to you directly, our partners in local government, about the critical role that nonprofits play, what we bring to the table, and how working together can help us build a stronger, more resilient community here for the San Gabriel Valley. Let's first begin by getting ourselves acquainted. What exactly is a nonprofit? Well, nonprofit organizations, or commonly referred to as NPOs, are typically mission driven organizations that exist to serve the public good or provide a service. The general understanding and implications for those organizations is that they serve a purpose, but not to generate a profit. So, monies earned through fundraising, grants, or donations is reinvested into programs and services that benefit the community. But more than that, nonprofits are a reflection of a thriving democracy, one where civic engagement isn't just limited to a governmental institution, but it's expanded through community members working together on a cause that matters to them. Nonprofits often fill in the gaps left by the government and the private sectors. They also adapt to evolving needs and serve populations that often fall through the cracks. So, what makes nonprofits unique and why do they matter? And how do they differ from government organizations? Well, nonprofit organizations are often adaptable. We can respond quickly to emerging challenges without having to undergo bureaucratic processes or red tape. Not only that, but nonprofit organizations are usually deeply embedded in the communities that they serve. We at Nourish Now develop deep relationships in the communities here in the San Gabriel Valley. And that really gives way to our resourcefulness. We can often use diverse funding sources and our volunteer networks in order to further our cause. Not only for these reasons, but nonprofits generally promote social cohesion, they influence economic development locally, and drive positive change through education and outreach. So, what does this mean for you, and why are you in this room today? Well, as city leaders and managers of your departments, you play a unique role. Nonprofits can extend the reach and effectiveness of your services. We can help you engage harder to reach populations, deliver programming outside the limits of the city's budget, and innovate alongside you to meet shared goals. Let me give you a concrete example using our organization, Nourish Now, which focuses on childhood food insecurity. Food insecurity, for reference, refers to the lack of consistent access to nutritious food. In Los Angeles County alone, more than 1 in 4 households experience food insecurity. This surely impacts children in those households, and those numbers get more severe for children during school holidays, weekends, and emergencies when regular school meal programs aren't available. At Nourish Now, we address this issue directly by providing backpack meals for weekends and holidays, hosting mobile food pantries in school parking lots when allowable, and delivering emergency food kits during natural disasters and economic crises. For reference, we are part of the Feeding America Network, and we collaborate with the Los Angeles Regional Food Bank to scale our efforts. But while we've had tremendous success, we've learned something critical. We can't solve this problem alone, and this is where you come in. This is where your leadership and a partnership becomes vital. We've seen powerful results when we work hand in hand with local school districts and city departments. And here are just a few ways that cities can support and where they can have measurable difference. Number one, Connecting residents to resources. City departments, whether housing, parks, public works, or public safety, are often the first to identify families in need. By connecting them to nonprofit food programs such as ours, you amplify support. In addition, events and mobile food distributions often need permits, sometimes parking access, or maybe even the use of city facilities and city properties. Streamlining the permitting process and use of these facilities, or maybe even waiving fees, removes barriers to service. Not only that, but marketing efforts. When the city shares our programs through newsletters, social media accounts, and their city events, participations improve. Your platform builds trust and drives awareness about our programs. And lastly, emergency coordination. During wildfires, flooding, or economic shocks, a unified response often saves lives. When nonprofits are part of a city's emergency plan, we can mobilize quickly and efficiently. Together, these actions not only reduce hunger, but they help build a community that's resilient. Addressing childhood food insecurity is just one example of what's possible when nonprofits and local governments collaborate. In addition to addressing food and its immediate needs in the community, we bring community data and insight, grassroots experience, pilot ready solutions. We also often have private sector funding streams, and we can volunteer and mobilize our networks to increase reach and community impact. We don't replace government, our nonprofit is looking to enhance it. With aligned missions and clear communications, we can create systems that are both people oriented and outcomes driven. And here's what I hope you take away from today's video. Nonprofits like Nourish Now are ready, willing, and equipped to work alongside you. Whether your department focuses on youth, housing, emergency preparedness, or health, we likely have shared goals, and together we can reach further. If you're exploring opportunities to partner, I encourage you to reach out to me. Let's start a conversation about how our missions intersect and how we can better serve the residents who rely on us here in the San Gabriel Valley. Thank you so much for the work that you do, and thank you for considering us not just as service providers, but as potential partners. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to me at any time at rbowman@nourishnow.org. Again, thank you for your time and have a great day.